Here's another reason why people are not feeling relief from lower gas prices. Healthcare, much more expensive, thanks to Obamacare. I've got a classic example for you. The average deductible for a bronze plan, now that's the cheapest bare-bones coverage, the bronze plan. It's $100 higher than it was last year. Now get this. The bronze plan only covers 60% of your expenses. You get sick, you're paying a lot of money out of pocket with the bronze plan. And by the way, the deductible, the nut you've got to crack, is over $1,000 on a bronze plan. Washington Times online opinion editor and Fox News contributor Monica Crowley is here. I find those numbers shocking. Yeah, well, that's not insurance.
This is not what we were told by the president and his administration when he was forcing Obamacare down our throats, right? We heard premiums are going to go down, deductibles are going to go down, the average family is going to save between $2,500 and $3,000 a year under this plan. We've seen the exact opposite. And those of us who opposed Obamacare predicted this kind of thing. But to your point about lowering gas prices and why we're not seeing that traction in the actual economy, is because the staples, Stuart, food, fuel, and healthcare, the basic necessities of life, those prices, if you take gas out of it, the other two, food is going up. You go to the grocery store and pretty much everything across the board is going up. Eggs, milk, chicken, beef, the things that you need to sustain life. And healthcare, those healthcare costs are also going up. So what you're saving on one end with the gas prices, it's not translating for the average consumer because everything else is going up in terms of increased costs.
I found those numbers about the bronze plan really shocking. Because if you think about it, the bronze plan is the cheapest. It's bare bones coverage. That's what people go to out of choice if they want that kind of insurance. And yet, the deductible has gone up $100. And now the average on a bronze plan is well over $1,000. So every time you go to the doctor in the early part of the year, you're paying everything yourself until you hit about $1,100 or $1,200.
Exactly. And that assumes you can find a doctor who's going to take this bronze plan. Right. I mean, there are so many complications.
Can you imagine if you break your leg and you've got, what, a $10,000 bill? Let's suppose you've got a $10,000 bill. That bronze plan, you've got to crack the $1,000 deductible. That leaves you $9,000. And then only 60% of that is actually paid for by the plan. The rest is yours.
And the rest is your responsibility, right? And this is supposedly the most affordable of the plans offered under Obamacare, which means that the impact is hurting lower income people, because if they think that the bronze plan is the one that they can afford and they went with that, and then God forbid something catastrophic happens to them, they're likely to get wiped out or really hurt financially in any event. I mean, there's no solution here.
I think people will walk away from going to the doctor as regularly. I think they'll cut back on that because they're paying right out of pocket for it.
That's actually happening, yeah. There was a story in the last couple of days about how people are really now restricting their medical visits and not going to the doctor. They'll suffer with the flu and other things rather than go see a doctor because they simply can't afford it. Obamacare was sold to us as the magic elixir that was going to solve all these problems from cost to access to care, and we've gotten none of it.
It's just not working out, is it? All right. Come on, everybody. Let's have a look at the big board.